Hey everybody, this is Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and Scooterwest.com. So for a very long time, Scooterwest.com has represented the RAM phone mounting system for putting a phone successfully on your scooter. They have a perfect solution that has a small torque mount that goes around the mirror. Well, in the background, I've tried so many different systems. There's other similar systems that use two articulating balls and it mounts off the mirror stem, and you have some sort of apparatus that holds the phone. Everything from quad lock to there's a smaller ball system. And I've tried them all on my own personal motorcycles and scooters, and I've always been in a journey to find the best solution, especially considering you have phones now that are all over $1,000. You rely on them so much for navigation. I don't recommend using the phone on the handlebars to text, but maybe you want to control your music that's piped through your Bluetooth headphones while you're doing a long touring ride. There's so many reasons why you want to have your phone. Yeah, it could be a distraction, but I feel like there's a lot of positives to having a phone in visible view of your scooter while you're riding. Well, I've kind of come to a conclusion one of the best solutions out there is one of the new kids on the block, and it's SP Connect. They make a wonderful set of mounting solutions for both the phone and a whole raft of solutions that work really good with the scooters. And at Scooterwest.com we have a full selection of the products that fit the scooters the best. Of course, their specialty is for the motorcycles. Obviously, motorcycles have larger handlebars that sometimes aren't found on scooters, but I'll show you all the different various parts and how to adapt it to your scooter and the phone you're using. You know, you own a $1,200 phone, don't you want to protect it and have the best mounting solution? They have so much more with these modern mounting solutions over the RAM with vibration isolating and wireless charging, and I'll show you all that stuff later. So first of all, I'm going to start with the phone itself and how you holster the phone. So there's several different solutions. I'll start with the most popular solution from SP Connect for the scooter. It's just a standard low profile universal phone clamp. And it's fully adjustable for small size phones to large size phones. It easily removes from the mount. That I'll show you a little bit later. You pretty much put your phone in there, give that a little twist, lock it in there, and it's pretty much in there with no issues. And the best reason you'd want to use something like this, maybe you love the case that you have on your phone. Maybe you got some cool Star Wars case that you're not going to find an integrated mounting solution that's built into the case. Maybe you like the Apple MagSafe or the wireless charging that's part of the MagSafe Apple case or a leather case. This is the perfect solution for you. And it's just a universal phone clamp. You search Scooterwest.com, just search for SP Connect and you'll see all the products. Like I said, I just have the ones that work the best that I've tried out, and they work great with the scooters. So maybe you really want to go into the solution of SP Connect, and their cases are very high quality. They're a very nice rubber. There's one thing that switched me to an SP Connect over a quad lock case, and I ruined a phone just because of how a case is designed. Well, the quad lock case, it doesn't protect the cameras. It's a little bit lower profile case. This is a dummy phone right here. But I dropped the phone and the camera lens was right there, and the concrete caught the camera lens. On an SP Connect case, they put a little bit more engineering into it. It's got a felt back, a durometer of a rubber that's really nice. It's supple, but definitely strong enough to hold the phone, you know, in a high vibration environment like on a motorcycle or a scooter. It just kind of has a good feel to them. So pretty much all the SP Connect cases for the iPhones, they also make some for the high-end Samsung and Google phones as well. But if you're using some of the other brands of phones, you may not have a case solution. So it's for a specific audience that wants to jump into the system so much and have a specific case. And another solution, maybe you want to protect your phone. Maybe it rains a lot in your area. I know a lot of phones are waterproof. There's two different size universal phone cases. They're obviously going to be a little bit more work, but maybe you don't travel all that much with your phone, this would be an ideal solution if you're doing, I don't know, maybe a cross-country trip with your scooter and you want to protect it. It comes with a little foam strip. And the way this works is it has a tray that you could put your phone in. This is a smaller phone, but there's two size cases, a small case and a large case. And it's pretty much like a waterproof stuff bag. You pretty much roll this up. And now you have that clamp that will connect to your to the mount solution that you have on your scooter. So maybe you have a case that you really, really love and you want to use the SP Connect system. Well, they have the universal interface and it's got the 3M adhesive. Obviously, it's going to add a little bit of depth to it, but you could put that right onto your case. And adhesive is very high quality, it's going to stick to it. Maybe you have a brand of phone that they don't make a case and want to easily remove and install your phone. So if you have your own case, you can go with a universal interface. And the last little device here, and it's a little ring mount. And I've always had one of these with a quad lock system, and they have it also with the SP Connect. And what this is just a little button that will snap into your case solution. So, you know, it goes right into the mount that would normally go on your motorcycle, and you could put it like that. You got the little ring that holds your case, and then you could prop it up. Maybe you want to watch a movie while you're camping or something, but that's what this little device is. Pretty inexpensive little accessories called the ring mount, and it just snaps into the SP Connect case solutions, any of them pretty much. So the next part of the SP Connect mounting solution that you're going to need is a mount. And they have several different options. I've had kind of the best mounts that work with most scooters, and I'll talk about what they are. So you have the standard mirror mount. It's made out of a nice nylon material. You can adjust the position of where the phone is and the angle, and then you can also adjust the tilt when you install it. It comes with several different adapters for different size mirrors and also the hardware. This is the most basic mount setup, the least expensive one. It's definitely been the most popular because it's a very low profile, small mount. Very discreet. You put it on the mirror stem and you hardly know it's there, versus the RAM mount, you have a very large ball that's left behind if you don't have the mount on. Next would be the Mirror Mount Pro. It's all made of nice anodized black aluminum. It's got a little bit more adjustability, like you could change the tilt on it without messing with the mount. So you mount it to the mirror, it's got adjustment for the tilt, and you can also adjust the twist on the mount itself. And again, whether you go for the universal clamp like this, just twist right in. Say you don't want to use a phone for a day, you just take it right out, comes out very easy. Same with the phone. If you have it on the case, and you just give it a nice quick 90-degree bayonet kind of mount and it comes right off. Maybe you have a Vespa GTV or a Sace Journey, or even a Piaggio 1 electric scooter, or even a Vino. They have an exposed master cylinder. So this is called the brake mount, and it's got these adjustable clamps and hardware. So you remove the hardware on your brake master cylinder and it mounts right on top of the brake cylinder, which happens to be a really nice spot for where you'd put a phone right over the brake master cylinder in a good location. And I'll show how that installs. Maybe you have a scooter with motorcycle style handlebars. Again, the GTV will have this, but this is more for a motorcycle with motorcycle size handlebars. It comes with 7/8 up to 1.125" size adapters for different size motorcycles. It's got this fully articulating mount, so you can put it in many different angles, and that's the Moto Mount Pro. Maybe you're like me, you're heavily vested into the classic RAM mounting system, and you're just tired of the X-Grip and you want a nice low profile case versus this big clunky X-Grip. Obviously the advantage of this is it's pretty universal, kind of works with any phone, but it does require some expertise in use, because if you don't put the phone in there securely, it could pop out of this system. Well, SP Connect has you set up. So maybe you already have your existing RAM mount. All you got to do is buy the ball head mount, and you just put that right into your RAM setup that you have on your scooter, your existing RAM setup. And if you have the case, you can just do that. And now you have a really nice, slick looking mount, but you're still using that very versatile classic RAM system that's definitely got more adjustability than anything else. So, you know, it's kind of a combination of two different brands, but it may be the best solution for you, especially if you already are invested into the RAM setup, and it will work, you know, with a mount like that. Maybe that just looks a lot better than having the big clunky X grip with a small investment of putting a ball mount and this adjustable mount here. So these are some other accessories that may interest you. Maybe you have a flat surface on your scooter. There's an Adhesive Mount Pro, and it's got, again, that very good 3M bonding adhesive, and you could adhere this to a flat surface. Maybe you want to put SP Connect both on your scooter and also in your car. This would work on your dashboard. Alternatively, if you don't want to stick something to your dashboard, there's the classic suction pump mount, and this is built much nicer than many of those cheap mounts that you can find on Amazon, but it works with the whole SP Connect system. So the last two items I want to talk about are going to come in useful if you have a very new high-end phone. Maybe you're going to go on long rides and you want to keep your phone charged without actually physically plugging it into the USB charger outlet that's on your scooter. Well, SP Connect's got QI charging solutions. It works with both the MagSafe and the QI charging standard. And for instance, this phone would have the wireless charging. You put the wireless charging module that also has a little shield. It's all weather resistant. And you put that in between your mount and your phone, and you have the extra added feature of wireless charging. So every time you put your phone on, as long as that's hooked to a USB source, it will automatically charge your phone without physically plugging it in. I find this is really useful because I like sometimes to do 2-3 hour rides and want to run the navigation on my phone. And of course, just leaving the display on your phone is going to wear down the battery really quick. It's a pretty nice accessory that works very well. RAM did have their own mount similar to this, and the S-Grip that have a charging capability. We do have those available, but they're just a little bit not quite as streamlined and well engineered as this SP Connect wireless charging solution. And say you want to hardwire it into your scooter, they also have a USB to 12 volt adapter that you could tie right to your battery or ignition source. You can also turn this off. It automatically shuts down, doesn't draw much when you don't have a phone on it. But maybe you're looking for the ultimate in phone mount with a wireless charging capability. You just add this in addition to your mount and you have wireless charging. And the last item I want to talk about, I find is pretty useful, especially if you own the top of the range phone. So I'm talking any of these phones that have, like the 3 lenses, the Pro iPhones, they have stabilized image sensors, and they're very prone to vibration damage. And in the past, I have damaged a phone. Like the phone could no longer stabilize the image because I had a RAM mount that I used the phone on. I think I used this style mount on my dirt bike. In a dirt bike or a 2-stroke scooter, even a Vespa, if you're going on long trips, there's just the inherent vibration of the motor and the road that goes through the frame. So that's going to wear out the autofocus and the stabilization mechanics that are in your phone. That's very costly to repair. So added insurance is to put the anti-vibration mount. And again, you'd unbolt your mounting solution, put this in there, and it has that same solution. And the cool thing is you can get a chrome version of this. We have both the black and the chrome version, so it kind of dresses up the look. And you just have a little bit of give on the phone, but there's a rubber isolator in between, and that's going to prolong the life of your phone. So I figured I'd show you the competition. We still sell the full line of RAM mounts. In some solutions, they may be the better solution for you, but you have the classic X-Grip. It's not dependent on what kind of case you have, but it is also, you know, a lot of times you want to use this tether. These tethers have a limited life. As you can see, this one has a broken corner on it. They're fairly easy to use. You could put pretty much any size phone in them and it works. The downside of these is, you know, sometimes they'll get in the way of the buttons, and under some harsh bumps, sometimes the phone can potentially pop out, especially if you're not using this tether. That's one added step to put the phone on your mount. Plus, it's kind of big and clunky. The other solution is the old PDA mount. We have both this in large and small. And you kind of have to adjust it for the case. It's very stable. It does hold the phone, and it's pretty rigid. But again, you're stuck with some pretty big, clunky looking thing that's left behind when you don't have the phone in it. A lot of customers will just take it off, throw it under a seat when they're not using the phone, or it's always on there, kind of noticeable. Again, they're tried and true solutions. They've been around forever. The RAM mount, made in USA. Definitely good products, but they're just a little bit behind the times in my idea. Well, a couple years ago, I really got into bicycles, and I noticed everybody was using quad locks. This is before SB Connect was importing into the United States. They're both, ironically, I think they're both Australian companies, both SB Connect and Quad Lock. So Quad Lock is the closest thing to SB Connect. Is what turned me off about SB Connect is specifically this case. This case ruined this phone once. You see the lenses stick up right there. And my phone went flying. It took out the lens, kind of cracked. I wasn't too happy about that. And even the cheapest phone case that I have has like a nice rubber ring that would protect the lenses. It probably would never happen if I had a standard case or the SP Connect case that was just a little bit better engineered. The Quad Lock works a little different. The mechanism's actually on the mount versus in the case. It's a little bit more of a step to get in. And I say the mechanism works pretty good, but the mounts, in my opinion, they're a little bit lower quality. They're not as slick looking as the SB Connect. And they're at the same price point as the SB Connect. So to me, it's kind of a no-brainer. SB Connect also has a lot of bicycle products and other mounting solutions that we don't necessarily have. We're concentrating on the stuff that will fit scooters, and specifically Vespa scooters. And that's their vibration isolator. You can see it's kind of this weird looking tripod thing. The SB Connect is a little bit more of a slick solution. All right, well, thanks for watching through this whole video, sharing the whole Scooterwest collection of the SP Connect phone mounting solutions that we have available for you. Again, I kind of vouch for them. They're kind of the best solution for the higher end mounting solutions. Of course, you can go on Amazon or AliExpress and buy some cheap garbage, and that's exactly what it is. Do you really want to put a $1,000 phone in a $12 mount? Probably not. Plus, it probably looks ugly. You have a nice quality scooter. Don't you want to have a quality mount to go with it? I think SP Connect is a perfect match. And a little side note, SP Connect is partnered with Piaggio and Vespa. In Europe, they do sell Vespa and Piaggio branded SP Connect. So that's the official partner that Piaggio and Vespa uses for their mounting solution for putting phones on your scooters in Europe. So thanks for watching. This is Robot here for Vespa Motorsport and Scooterwest.com. Look out for the next video because I'm going to show how to put these various mounts on scooters and how they bolt up. And you'll see how it all goes about.